It actually looks like I'm drinking coffee, but I'm not because it's like 6 p.m. So this is a chaga elixir with peppermint because people at work are sick and I don't play like that.
I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free.
Hey everyone, it's Eden. I just got home a little bit ago and I'm getting ready to start my nighttime routine. So I thought, ignore that couch. It has to go soon. You guys will get an apartment tour when this is gone. And I have a few more finishing touches that I'm doing. But I've been waking up at 5 a.m. for over a year now. And let's sit down and chat. I have been waking up at 5 a.m. for over a year now. And let me tell you, when I watched those videos, I was just like, there's no way. I would hit the snooze button so many times. But over the year, I have come up with some things that are like foolproof, will get your booty out of bed at 5 a.m. And I'm gonna tell you them today. There are more, but we'll start with 4. Number 1 is having something to get you out of bed. For me, that is coffee. If you have a programmable coffee machine, set your coffee machine for 15 minutes before your alarm. I like to drink the Four Sigmatic coffee. I use the ground coffee. I mix the lion's mane and chaga with the adaptogen blend. The adaptogen blend tastes a little bolder to me, but I like the benefits of the lion mane and chaga, like immune system support, brain function, clarity that lion's mane gives me, and adaptogens are just all around beneficial for your health. So I mix both of them, and I have to tell you, Four Sigmatic is having a sale right now, their winter sale. The winter sale goes on from February 11th through February 16th, so you have just under a week to get your favorite Four Sigmatic goods. Everything is up to 50% off. You heard me right, up to 50% off. Plus, if you click the link down in my bio, is it a bio? It's more like a description. You get an extra 15% off. Yes, amazing. And I know this video may look a little bit confusing, but I like to brew my coffee at night because I like to have iced coffee in the morning. So I brew my Four Sigmatic coffee. I like to put it into the fridge so that I can have iced coffee when I leave. But I also make a small 1-cup pot for me to drink in the morning. So I like to have my hot coffee right when I wake up and then iced coffee when I hit the road. So those are my 2 cups of coffee that I have during the day. Four Sigmatic is my go-to. I love being able to enjoy my coffee culture but still have that extra boost of wellness with adaptogens, mushrooms for everyday magic. Anyhow, waking up to an alarm at 5 a.m. super sucks. Like, super sucks. So this is not part of the tip, but find an alarm tone that isn't super abrupt. Like, no one wants to hear that when you wake up. Find a song that you love and set that as your alarm tone, or something that gets progressively louder in like a chime kind of tone. But if I set my coffee maker, my program, I set it for 15 minutes before my alarm goes off, I usually smell the coffee coming down the hall and that wakes me up and I'm like, ooh, coffee's ready. Like, that makes me happy, like smelling that coffee right when I wake up. So I usually get up before my alarm, and waking up without an alarm is so much more peaceful and it doesn't jolt you out of your sleep the way that an alarm does. So if you have a programmable coffee maker, set it for 15, 20 minutes, however long before your alarm. Let it start brewing so that your coffee is ready for you and you want to jump out of bed and have that in the morning. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, at night when you get home, clean your space. Don't leave your dishes from the night before in the sink. Don't leave your space dirty. Like, a messy space is a messy mind. So I like to do a quick vacuum when I get home. I like to clean any dishes that I left behind from the morning when I get home, because my dietitian is super duper like, have breakfast. She really likes for me to have breakfast. She doesn't like intermittent fasting or anything like that. And for me, in order to have breakfast, to make a hot breakfast for myself before I leave for work in the morning, my space has to be clean. If there are dishes in the sink, or if the measuring cups that I want to use are in the sink, I'll skip breakfast. I'll just be like, oh, it's me and my coffee. That's fine. That's all I need. But it's not all I need. I always feel much better when I eat breakfast, even though in the past, eating breakfast has made me a bit nauseous. We found some workarounds on that, but clean your dishes so that when you wake up, there are no dishes in the sink, that there's not a mess everywhere around your house. Fluff your pillows, make sure your couch looks nice before you go to bed. And I feel like these things kind of tire you out when you go around and buzz up and clean, and you just feel so nice and ready for bed. Being ready for bed, feeling like everything is nice and tidy, it's just a nice feeling of satisfaction to go to bed in a clean space. And one of the key things to waking up at 5 a.m. is getting a good night's sleep. So I feel like that really helps. Number 3, prepare, prepare, prepare. This could go along with making your coffee, but also prepping your lunch for the next day so it's ready for you to grab out of the fridge. Ooh, excuse me, I burped a little. I like to drink 32 ounces of water before I leave the house, so at night I make my water. I put my leafy supplement in there. My dietitian's very fond of it. It has turmeric and ginger, so it reduces inflammation. I also put some inositol in it. I don't really know what that does. She just tells me to do it, so I do it. And it seems to be helping with the stuff that's been wrong with me. So I make my water, I cut up some snacks for work. Today I was taking some apples for the next day. So prepping, and another part of prepping is laying out your clothes, reducing your decision fatigue. If you're laying in bed, your alarm's going off at 5 a.m. and you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear, I don't know what I'm gonna take for lunch, all of these things are running through your head, you're more likely to hit the snooze button. And we don't want to do that, because we want to get up at 5 a.m. We want to do our Bible study. We want to do our workout. You want to work on your business. Whatever your reason is for getting up to get that extra hour or 2 of me time or business time or productivity time, you need that. So prepare. I like to lay out my outfit. I put that in my office because that's where I get ready. I also like to lay out my workout outfit. And I lay that just on the floor next to my bed. It's really messy looking, and sorry, I don't know where else to put it. There's not a chair in my room. So I just put it on the floor so that I can jump up, put on my workout gear, do my yoga in the morning, shower, do my breakfast, do my Bible study, all of that good stuff. And everything's already laid out. There's no rushing around, trying on things the morning of, trying to rush out of the house when you did all of this work to get up at 5 a.m. and then your morning can become so hectic if you haven't already done these things. So I lay out my workout wear as well as my work wear at night. And if I don't work out that morning, I just roll up my workout wear, put it in my bag, because that means I'll go to a class after work. Number 4, find a wind down routine. This is part of my wind down routine. I have a few different sets of wind down routines that I like to do. Sometimes it's a hot beverage and listening to a podcast that I didn't get to finish during the day, or listening to Audible. You guys know I'm listening to so many good books on Audible right now. Having a hot beverage, listening to Audible, turning off the TV, putting down my phone, because the blue light can really like energize you and make you want to stay awake. So this is one of my wind downs, and why I'm not giving you a specific wind down routine is because it's going to be different for everyone. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's a hot shower. I love taking a hot shower right before bed because the warmth makes me just like, it relaxes all of my muscles and makes me ready for bed. A hot bath, if you like to soak, that can be a good wind down routine for you. Gentle movement. I like to do a little bit of stretching, maybe some hip openers to get rid of the stress from the day. Avoid back bends because they are very energizing if you're a yogi. Something like legs up the wall to release the lactic acid in your legs. Something like that are great wind down tools for me, but it's going to be different for every person. I personally don't like to work out once I get home, and I don't like to do fitness classes after 6 p.m. In the past, I'd work out to the point of exhaustion, so I'd get home and want to sleep. But now that I'm older, for some reason, when I work out at night, it gives me a second wind. So then I end up staying up till 11 or 12 trying to wind down because I've gotten home so late from the gym, and it's just a lot of mental stimulation. So for me, PM workouts that are too late just aren't the best because it throws off my whole schedule. So you'll really have to play around with your wind down routine and see what combinations of things work best for you. It could be an elixir like this from Four Sigmatic. It can be a sleepy time tea. Maybe it's just warm milk with some agave. Maybe it's reading a book. I just prefer listening to Audible, but reading is very good too. Whatever it is, find your wind down routine. Maybe it's journaling. There's so many options, adult coloring books. I'm just throwing things out there because that wind down time is very important for you to, after you've buzzed around and gotten everything ready for the day, that time to just let your brain start to come down. Those are my top 4 tips to work into your nighttime routine so that you can get up at 5 a.m. Getting up at 5 a.m. has definitely changed my life. I know that that sounds very, very dramatic, but it has changed my life 100%. I don't wake up at 5 a.m. every day. On the weekends, I wake up around 6:30. But even on the weekends, that's early enough to get everything done. I can do all of the laundry and fold and all of my weekend chores before the day starts. So then I have my whole day left to enjoy. I get to Trader Joe's 5 minutes before it opens and get in there, get out. It's so, so nice. And I feel like I have so much more time in the day than years ago when I would sleep until even like 8 or 9. If you sleep until 8 or 9 and then you start doing your chores, like it's noon before you're getting out of the house, and it's just like your weekends are eaten up by sleeping. And you still get to sleep, you just go to bed a little bit earlier, and it all falls into place the more you practice it. And I'm not saying everyone start waking up at 5 a.m. right now. Maybe start waking up an hour earlier than you do and see what you can fit in, like the self-care things that you can fit in that extra hour when you woke up, or how your wellness can improve from you waking up an hour earlier and doing 30 minutes of fitness Marshall on YouTube, getting some dance and getting those positive vibes flowing before you go into your day. It can really change so much in your life. And people talk so much about morning routines, but for me, like most of my routine starts the night before. It really does, from just getting the ground coffee, putting it in my coffee maker, setting the program, making sure my lunch is ready, having a clean space, setting out my clothes. You know, all of this really, really sets me up for a productive morning. So I think that the nighttime routine is almost as important as the morning routine, in my humble opinion. If you'd like to see a full walkthrough of my nighttime routine, I'm happy to show you that. I thought I'd just show you some clips and give you my top 4 tips, because obviously I do more in the night than this. I make dinner, and I might do a little bit of clothes or a little bit of work, a little bit of editing. There's always more that I do in the night, but these are the things that are not specific to me, that are pretty universal. These 4 things that if you do them, it can make for a seamless morning routine. So I hope that that helped. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the Four Sigmatic sale. It's February 11th through February 16th. You can get up to 15% off, and by clicking the link down in my description, you'll get an additional 15% off. This includes bundles, so if you want stuff, get stuff and stock up. Also, they have some new products coming out. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about them yet. I'm so excited for them. So excited for them. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, remember to keep an open mind, keep an open heart, practice unconditional compassion, but don't take shit from anyone. I love you guys endlessly, and I hope you love yourselves even more. I'll talk to you really soon. Bye.